at Tobago Jazz Experience 2016. This is the third night tonight, the Beach Fiesta. The other nights were fabulous, and I'm sure this is going to be a good night for us tonight. Maxwell will be performing on stage, and also Lauren Hill.
Hi, good evening everybody. Juliet, welcome again to our Tobago Jazz Experience and our press conference, Adana. Good job. Thank you. And well representing Bon Accord, Tobago. Yes, I have to throw it in. So we'll field some questions. I'd just like to ask the media to identify themselves and state their media house, and then could ask you any questions. Sure. But before that, do you have anything you want to say before they ask questions, or should they just ask you?
Well, Adana, I want to say thank you so much for having me. It really is a pleasure, and I'm waiting to hear what you want to ask, and I hope I could answer it as best as I possibly can. And with me is the band manager, Kyle, of Vision Music Production.
We just wanted to know, I wanted to know from you, how is it and how do you feel sharing the stage with persons like Maxwell and also Lauren Hill?
You know what, in the past, when there was the Plymouth Jazz, I opened for Whitney Houston. In Trinidad, I opened for the likes of Roberta Flack, People Bryson, George Benson. Right here in Shore Park, Tobago, when I was just about 15, 16, I opened for Percy Sledge. And you know, it gives me more incentive, it gives me more a drive to keep pushing, because when I see persons like these raise the stage after myself and I get to experience, you know, what they have to give and all that, it's amazing. And I want to say how thankful I am for the opportunity to open for one of my biggest inspirations in music. My daughter is named after her first child, Zion. So she is really a big influence to me, so I really appreciate the opportunity.
Davia, Information Division, Tobago Media Concepts. Adana, tell us, are you pleased with the crowd's response?
You know what? I did not even expect persons to be out this early. You know, so for me to have a crowd to even perform to, it was unbelievable, and I'm thankful for that. The crowd, they received me perfectly well, you know, and the crowd response was great. I couldn't ask for anything more.
And what inspires you as an artist?
You know what, just going out there and performing, I love to see the reactions of persons. It gives me drive, and you know, it excites me, and it keeps me pushing on. So my inspiration comes from the audience and, you know, the love that they give back. And personally, from my family, you know, they give me that drive to keep pushing on. Adana, you could do it, and we believe in you. And that belief alone gives me the inspiration to keep pushing on.
And what's next for Adana?
You know what? What's next? We have a whole lot more projects to work on. My management team and I, BWB Entertainment. I just released my reggae single. We have a video coming really soon, and a lot more music, and probably a lot more stage performances.
Because I was going to ask you, can we see a full album soon?
Album I'm working on. I just had talks with my management. We are working on, I think it's a 7-track reggae album, and I'm hoping to do an acoustic set. So, yeah, you can expect an album from Adana, really.
And the band manager, could you tell us about preparations for today's show?
Well, it took a few rehearsals, obviously. It was a new experience working with Adana. So it took some time, it took some work in. It took a few rehearsals because it was about understanding Adana. It was our first time performing with her, playing with her. So it took some hours, it took some time. We drilled a lot. But it was a great experience, you know. I am honored. I appreciate the opportunity, actually, working alongside her, and I hope that we continue in the future. Yeah.
Adana, I think it's your first time performing at Jazz in the East, Beach Jazz Fiesta. How is it different performing here than the various events you'd have performed at previously?
This is actually my first time. I was a bit anxious in the beginning, not because of the magnitude of the crowd or because I anticipated the type of show, because I wanted to put my best foot forward. So I was a bit anxious. It's not that different from any other crowd. I guess you just have to step on stage, put your best foot forward so that persons can enjoy themselves, and that is what I wanted to do.
My name's Paulette.
Hi.
My name's Paula. I'm from FiveEyes.tv from the UK.
Hi.
I just want to say you look lovely.
Thank you.
Lovely voice, and it was so powerful.
Thank you very much.
Just following on from the question you were asked, when you got that phone call to say you were going to be the opening act,
How did you feel?
You know what? I was ecstatic. I really wanted the opportunity to perform at the Beach Jazz Fiesta. It was something I discussed with my manager a few times. I said, make sure I get on that show. So when I found out that I actually was booked for the event, I was really ecstatic. I was excited. I started putting things in place, preparation and all that. So I was really happy.
Lovely.
I just have one question for the band manager. It's easy for you to select Adana's song. And now I've heard her singing for a long time, but how do you go about selecting or helping her to decide on the other songs for her to sing in her set?
Actually, we took some time doing that. It was a matter of kind of assessing her voice, her vocal range, and what would best suit her voice. So we had some songs, we tried it, we changed it. So the set changed like about 3 times. And then we found a comfortable group of songs and we said, all right, this is it, we're going with it. So, and it wasn't even just her voice, but how she would execute it and if it would be applicable to this type of show. Knowing that the demographic is a bit wide, some older folks, some youths in there. So it was, we had to make sure it suited everyone, the audience properly.
All right, thank you very much, Adana.
Thank you.
And your band manager, director. There are no more questions. We just have a photo up. Anybody has any questions? No, that's it. We just have a photo up with you right behind the banner for those who want it. And outside of that, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
And all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.